Welcome to my channel Bookish English 2. I'm Ariel. Tonight, I'm not just teaching you English. I'm speaking your whole day into your dreams, from waking up to falling asleep, in calm, simple sentences. You won't just learn English. You'll feel it, even while you sleep. Tell me, do you wish you could learn English without pressure, even while resting? Chapter 1. Wake up, it's a new day. The room is quiet. The sky is still a little dark. You are lying in bed, and the alarm clock rings. Beep, beep, beep. Slowly, you open your eyes. You don't need to jump. Just listen. Just feel. Just begin your day in English with me. You hear the sound of morning. You feel the blanket on your body. You blink, and your day starts. Not fast, not loud, but soft and simple. Just like your English journey. You say to yourself in English, I wake up. That's it. A short sentence. But it means something big. It means you are alive. You are starting. You are growing. I open my eyes. Yes, say it again. Slowly. Gently. I open my eyes. Your brain is still sleepy, but your ears are open. You're not just waking up your body. You are waking up your English. You turn your head to the window. It is morning, you say. The sun is coming. Maybe you see the sky. Maybe you see some light. Good morning. You whisper, even if you are alone. Because this is your practice. You're learning. Your moment. Your first English sentence of the day. And you didn't read it in a textbook. You lived it. You felt it. That is how real learning begins. Maybe you feel tired. That's okay. You don't need to rush. Today, you are learning English with no books, no teacher, no fear. Just by listening. Just by feeling. You say, I feel sleepy. You yawn. I want to sleep more. These are also sentences. Real sentences. Your sentences. No grammar test. No pressure. Just words from your life. Easy words, with deep power. Your body is still in bed. You move your fingers. You move your toes. You say, I move my hands. I stretch my legs. Maybe your bones make a little sound. You smile. I stretch my body. You are speaking. You are listening. You are learning. Not with stress, but with peace. Now, say this. Today is a new day. Can you feel the magic of that? A new day means a new chance. A chance to speak. A chance to improve. A chance to believe. I can learn English today. I will speak English today. Simple. Powerful. This is not a dream. This is your decision. You hear a sound. Maybe a bird outside. Maybe a car. You say, I hear a bird. I hear a car. You are already describing your world. In English. With your own voice. It's quiet, yes. But strong. Don't wait for perfect. Just say what you see. What you feel. What you hear. That is how real English lives inside you. You look at the wall. My wall is white. You look at the door. The door is closed. These are small sentences, but they are your tools. You are building your English room, one sentence at a time. Even before you leave the bed, you are practicing. You are becoming better. Now say, I can learn while I relax. Yes, you can. You don't need to sit in a classroom. You don't need to study for hours. You can learn while lying down, while listening, while breathing, while feeling. That's the magic of this kind of English. Take one deep breath. I take a deep breath. Feel the air. Let it go slowly. I feel calm. I feel good. I am learning. Repeat these words in your mind. Let them be your morning thoughts. Let them be your first steps in English today. Your mind is not too slow. Your English is not too weak. You are exactly where you need to be. Right now. Right here. With me. with English, with your voice. So before you sit up, before you stand, just say these words one more time. I wake up. I open my eyes. It is morning. I can speak English. Today is my day. And now, your day has truly begun. Chapter 2. Getting out of bed. You are still lying down. The world outside is slowly waking up. But inside your room, everything is still, quiet, soft, safe. You feel the bed under you, the blanket around you, your head on the pillow. You don't need to rush. Not today. Not in this moment. You are not only waking up your body, you are waking up your English. Slowly, you move your body. You whisper, I sit up. 3 small words. But they mean more than just a movement. They mean you are choosing to rise, to start, to grow. Your back is straight. Your feet are still on the bed. You feel a little sleepy, but also a little proud. I am sitting, you say? Yes, that's English. That's progress. That's you. You move your legs. You say softly, I put my feet on the floor. Maybe the floor feels cold. Maybe your body says, stay in bed. But you smile and say, I am getting up. These are your first brave words of the day. Not just for your body, but for your confidence too. You stretch your arms. You lift them up to the sky. Even if there is a ceiling, imagine it's the morning sky. You say, I stretch my arms. I take a deep breath. You feel your body wake up. You feel your energy return. You feel English coming alive in your mouth. No teacher, no test, just life, just you. You stand up. You are now on your feet. You say, I stand up. You feel your feet on the floor. You feel your legs working. You feel your breath moving in and out. I feel strong. Say it again. I feel strong. Because learning English is not only about words. It's about believing in yourself. Even in small things like standing up. You walk a few steps. I walk slowly. You say? You feel the movement. You feel your body listening to your words. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Each step is a chance to speak, to learn, to think in English. Every step is a part of your daily story. You look at the mirror. Maybe your hair is a little crazy. Maybe your eyes are still sleepy. But you say hello. To yourself. To your reflection. Hello again. This time with more love. Good morning, me. These words matter. Because they are yours. Because they are honest. Because this is how you build your English voice. You touch your face. You smile at yourself. You say, I am learning. I am trying. I am doing my best. Even before brushing your teeth. Even before breakfast. You are already speaking. Already growing. Already building something new. You look around your room. You say, my bed is soft. My wall is white. My window is closed. Simple sentences. Real sentences. Sleepy sentences. But strong ones. Each sentence is a small light. A candle in the morning. A voice that says, you can learn, even now. Now say, I am ready to start. Not ready to be perfect. Not ready to impress. Just ready to begin. That is enough. That is more than enough. That is how progress begins, with a soft heart and a slow voice. You look down at your feet. My feet are on the floor. You look at your hands. My hands are warm. You breathe. I am calm. You are not in a classroom, but you are learning. You are not holding a pen, but you are writing in your mind. Writing sentences. Writing belief. Writing confidence. You say, I can speak English in the morning. You say, I can speak English alone. You say, I can speak English even while sleepy. That's the power of your practice. That's the magic of learning like this, with feeling, not with fear. So, before you leave the room, repeat once more. I sit up. I get out of bed. I stretch my arms. I take a deep breath. I stand up. I am ready. You don't need to run. You don't need to shout. Just walk. Just whisper. Just live. And English will follow you. Chapter 3. Bathroom Talk. The door opens with a soft sound. You step into the bathroom. The air is a little cooler here. The tiles feel cold under your feet. But everything is quiet. Still, this is not just a bathroom. It is your new classroom. And you? You are not just getting ready. You are learning to speak. You are building your English, sentence by sentence, in this small, silent room. You look at the mirror. Your face is sleepy. Your eyes are not fully open. But that face is the face of a learner, a doer, a speaker. You look into your own eyes and softly say, "This is me." For words, so small, so real, so beautiful. I am learning, you add. I am getting better. And the mirror doesn't laugh. It listens. It understands. Because this is your safe place. This is where you practice without fear. You turn on the tap. The water flows. It is cold at first, then warm. You watch it. You feel it. You whisper, "I wash my face." You cup the water in your hands. You close your eyes. The water touches your skin, and you say again, "I wash my face." Not from a book, not from a lesson, from your real life, from your real moment. And that is the best way to learn. You pick up your toothbrush. You smile, maybe a little. "I brush my teeth," you say slowly. You look in the mirror. You say it again, "I brush my teeth." You do not care if it's perfect. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be present, to feel the words, to live the language. Your hand moves. The toothbrush makes soft sounds. And in your mind, the sentence repeats again and again. I brush my teeth. This is not boring. This is powerful. You are connecting English to your body, to your hands, to your routine. And this kind of learning, it goes deep. It stays. You spit. You rinse. You say, "I rinse my mouth." The water swirls. The bubbles disappear. You look again at your face. A little more awake. A little more alive. A little more proud. And you say, "I am ready." You may still feel sleepy, but your voice is stronger now. You are not waiting for a school. You are not waiting for a teacher. You are your own teacher now. This is your English. And it begins with real moments like this. You pick up your towel. You dry your face. You say, "I dry my face." You say the towel is soft. You are not reading these words. You are living them, feeling them. And that makes all the difference. You are learning with your senses, with your actions, with your life. You comb your hair. Maybe it's messy. Maybe you don't like how it looks. But today, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you say, "I comb my hair." You say, "I look in the mirror." You say, "I am okay." Because learning English is not just about vocabulary. It's about how you see yourself. And right now, you are seeing a person who is learning step by step, word by word. You look around the bathroom. You name what you see. This is a mirror. This is a tap. This is a toothbrush. This is a towel. Each item is now a part of your learning. Your bathroom is your teacher. Your routine is your school. And every object you see becomes a chance to speak, to name, to describe, to own. Now breathe deeply. Let the steam rise. Let the mirror fog up. Let your mind feel safe. You are not behind. You are not slow. You are right on time. Right here. Right now, in the bathroom, with your voice, with your words, with your English. So, before you leave, repeat this little morning promise. I wash my face. I brush my teeth. I look in the mirror. I speak to myself. I am learning. I am proud. I am ready. You turn off the light. You open the door. And you walk into the day, not just cleaner, but stronger. Not just awake, but aware. And the English you just used? It stays with you, even after you leave the room. Chapter 4. Dressing up with words. The bathroom door clicks shut behind you. The air is different now, warmer, softer, filled with quiet light. You walk into your room, towel in hand, hair still damp, body fresh. It's time to get dressed. But this is not just about shirts and pants. This is about language, about routine, about telling your story, even in the smallest moments. Yes, you are choosing your clothes, but at the same time, you are choosing your English. You stand near the cupboard or drawer. You look at the clothes. Maybe you feel unsure. Maybe you whisper, "What should I wear today?" And suddenly, that question becomes your first sentence. You're not just thinking, you're speaking, you're practicing. What should I wear today? You say it again, slower. And the English doesn't feel like a lesson. It feels like part of your breath, of your daily rhythm. You open the drawer. This is my shirt, you say? You pick it up. It is blue. Or maybe it is white. Maybe it's old. Maybe it's new. But you speak about it. I like this shirt. It feels soft. It looks clean. These are not boring sentences. These are real words for real life. And when you say them, when you feel them, they become your own. Not from a book, not from an app, but from your moment, from your room, from your hand. You put on the shirt. You move slowly, and you speak slowly too. I put on my shirt. Feel the sound. Feel the meaning. Feel how the English touches your actions. And now, it's not just a shirt. It's a sentence. It's a sentence you live. I put on my shirt. That is power. That is learning. That is you getting better without even sitting at a desk. You look again. What next? These are my trousers. They are black. They are comfortable. I put on my trousers. You say it gently. You feel the words connect to your fingers, your feet, your waist. You are not just dressing your body. You are dressing your mind with English, with fluency, with calm, easy rhythm. And this is the secret. This is what your teachers didn't tell you. English lives in your everyday, in your socks, in your buttons, in your mirror. You sit down. You pick up your socks. These are my socks, you say with a soft smile. They are white. They are warm. I put on my socks. These are the kinds of words that stay. Not big words. Not complicated words. But clear, useful, living words. And the more you speak them, the more they become your tools. Now the shoes. These are my shoes. You look at them. You hold them. I like these shoes. They are strong. I wear them every day. And then you bend down slowly, and you say, I put on my shoes. Maybe the laces are long. Maybe they're short. I tie my laces. And again, you are not memorizing. You are becoming. You stand up and look in the mirror again. This time, it's different. Your face is awake. Your eyes are focused. Your mouth has already spoken so many new English sentences. You look at yourself, dressed and ready, and you say, I look good, or even, I feel good. You don't wait for someone to praise you. You give the praise to yourself. Because your learning is yours. Your progress is yours. You check your hair again. My hair looks nice. Or, I brush my hair again. You touch your face. My face is clean. You check your shirt. My shirt is straight. You smile. I am ready. All these words, they didn't come from a grammar book. They came from your life. From your real, morning body. From your movement. From your action. That's why they stay. Now you pick up your bag. You say, "This is my bag. It is light. It is heavy. It is black." I take my bag. I hold it. You walk to the door and whisper, "I am ready to go." And before you go, to stop, just breathe. Just smile at your reflection. One more sentence. I can speak English. You don't need a lesson. You are living the lesson. So say it again before the next chapter begins. I choose my clothes. I dress myself. I say the words. I learn while I live. My English is growing. And I am ready for the world. Chapter 5. In the kitchen. The door opens. You walk slowly into the kitchen. The light here is different. Maybe it's the early morning sun. Maybe it's a small warm bulb above the stove. Maybe it's just the light inside you. The kitchen is quiet. The world is still waking up. And now, this is your new space to speak. Not loud, not fast, but soft, real and true. You are not just here to eat. You are here to learn, to live, and to let English flow like the warm smell of tea in the air. You take a deep breath. You look around. "This is my kitchen," you whisper. It is small. It is warm. It is clean. You say it slowly, clearly. You don't rush. You don't translate. You feel. You live. You speak. This is your kitchen, and now, it speaks English with you. You touch the table. This is a table. You touch the chair. This is a chair. You sit. I sit down. And the sentence becomes real. Not something from a textbook. Something from your life. You say, "I am sitting in the kitchen." You feel proud. You feel calm. You are making English part of your body, part of your routine, part of your story. You stand up and move to the stove. "I want tea," you say. Or maybe, "I want coffee." Or just water. It doesn't matter. What matters is the sentence. I boil water. I pick up the kettle. You hear the water move inside. You say the kettle is heavy. The water is cold. You turn on the stove. I turn on the stove. I wait. And while the water gets warm, your mind gets ready too. Ready for more language. More learning. More life. You open the cupboard. I open the cupboard. You say, "Inside, maybe there is tea. Maybe sugar. Maybe nothing at all. But you speak about it. This is tea. This is sugar. I like this cup. It is my favorite." These small objects become part of your big journey. They are no longer just things. They are now words. Vocabulary you will never forget, because you touched it, used it, lived it. You make your drink. Slowly. You say, "I pour the water. I add sugar. I mix it with a spoon." The smell rises. It feels soft, peaceful. You hold the cup in both hands. It is hot. It smells good. I like this moment. And in this one beautiful moment, you are speaking real English. Without pressure, without fear, without even trying too hard. Now you move to food. Maybe it's bread. Maybe an egg. Maybe fruit. Maybe just the sound of something cooking. I open the fridge. I take an egg. I break the egg. I cook it in a pan. One step, one sentence. One movement, one word. I hear the egg cook. It makes a sound. I smell it. It is almost ready. Every action is a teacher. Every smell is a new word. Every sound is a memory you can hold. You put the food on a plate. This is my breakfast. I made it. It looks good. I want to eat now. You sit down again. You say, I eat slowly. I enjoy my food. You don't just eat, you describe. You don't just taste, you speak. This egg is soft. This toast is hot. I like bananas. I drink tea. Each sentence is like a spoon. Each word is like a bite. And your brain? It is eating English. You feel full. Not just in your stomach, but in your heart, in your mind. You are full of new words. Full of confidence. Full of peace. You say, I finished my breakfast. It was nice. I feel ready. And you sit for one more moment. You breathe. You smile. You whisper, I am learning English while I live. And that is the secret you have now discovered. You don't need a test. You don't need a classroom. You don't need to be perfect. You only need a table, a cup, a spoon, and a little voice that says, I can do this. That voice is yours. That kitchen is yours. That language is becoming yours. So before you leave the kitchen, say this. I made my tea. I cooked my food. I used English. I lived this chapter. And I am ready for the next one. Chapter 6. Breakfast English. The plate is in front of you. The cup is warm in your hand. The chair feels soft under you. And everything is quiet. You are not just having breakfast. You are creating a beautiful moment between you, your food, and your English. There is no rush. There is no noise. There is only peace. And inside that peace, your English begins to breathe. You look at your food. Maybe it's something simple. An egg, a piece of toast, a banana. But now it's not just food. It's your vocabulary. It's your sentence builder. It's your English speaking practice, right here on your plate. You take a small bite, and you whisper, this toast is hot. You wait. You taste. Then you say, I like it. You smile. Because in that small sentence, you feel something powerful. You didn't just eat, you described. You didn't just think, you spoke. You pick up your spoon. This is my spoon. You say it slowly. You hold it. I eat with a spoon. You feel the metal. You look at the food. I eat rice. I eat slowly. You are not just feeding your body, you are feeding your brain. Your mouth speaks English now. Your hands move with meaning. Every bite is a chance to learn. Every movement is a part of your story. You pick up your cup. Maybe it has tea. Maybe milk. Maybe water. You take a sip and softly say, I drink tea. It is warm. It tastes sweet. You feel it go down your throat. And now, you say, I feel better. That sentence is true. You are not just learning language. You are connecting it to your feelings. I feel better. These 3 words can help you speak about anything. About food. About rest. About life. You look around the table. Maybe you are alone. Maybe someone is with you. But you practice. Even in your head. This is my breakfast. I like to eat in the morning. Breakfast gives me energy. You don't need perfect grammar. You need real words. Real sounds. Real rhythm. And breakfast is the perfect time to practice that slowly, gently, with full focus. You look at the plate again. The egg is soft. The toast is brown. The fruit is sweet. Every description you say teaches your brain to think in English. You are not translating anymore. You are feeling. You are observing. You are responding with your own voice. This is fluency in its first form, not fast, but true. Not loud, but deep. Now, imagine someone asks, what are you doing? You answer softly, I am eating breakfast. Then they ask, what do you have? You smile and say, I have eggs and toast. I have tea. It is good. These tiny conversations are your daily practice. You don't need a partner. You don't need a classroom. You just need the moment. And this breakfast is the moment. You take another bite. You chew slowly. You whisper, I chew my food. You say, I enjoy this meal. Maybe you feel happy. Maybe you feel calm. Maybe you feel proud. I am learning, you say. I am learning while I eat. How many people can say that? How many people can turn breakfast into a language lesson? You can. And you just did. When the plate is almost empty, you say, I am almost finished. You sip the last of your drink. I drink the last sip. You put down your spoon. I am full. You smile. You say, that was nice. These are real, useful, beautiful sentences. The kind that stay in your mind not because you studied them, but because you live them. You stand up slowly. You take your plate to the sink. I take my plate. I clean it. I wash the spoon. I wash the cup. These are more sentences. Simple, strong, real. Your kitchen is a classroom. Your food is a textbook. Your life is the lesson. Before you leave the kitchen, before you move to the next part of your day, just say this. I had breakfast. I spoke English. I learned something today. I feel ready. I feel strong. And you walk away not just with a full stomach, but with a full heart. Because your English is growing. Sentence by sentence. Bite by bite. Day by day. Chapter 7. Getting ready to go out. The plate is clean. The cup is empty. The kitchen is quiet again. But something inside you is now awake, your body, your voice, your English. You walk back into your room. There is a small pause in the air, a soft silence. And then, you begin to prepare. Not just for going out, but for meeting the world with confidence, with calm, with English in your pocket like your keys. You take a breath. You look around. What do I need? You whisper. A question not from a textbook, but from your heart. You say it again. What do I need? And suddenly, that question becomes your guide. You are not just preparing your bag. You are preparing your language, your words, your thoughts. The routine becomes your practice. Every step becomes a sentence. You go to your bag. This is my bag. You open it. You say, I open my bag. You look inside. I need my phone. I need my wallet. I need my keys. These are not just objects. These are living vocabulary. They are part of your life, and now they are part of your English. You say, my phone is black. My wallet is small. My keys are here. Each item, a new sentence. Each sentence, a new step toward fluency. You check your pockets. You say, I check my pockets. I put my phone in my pocket. I keep my keys safe. You don't rush. You speak every action. You feel the language move with your hands. You touch your jacket. This is my jacket. It is warm. I put on my jacket. You zip it up. I zip my jacket. These are real words. Useful words. Words that you live, not study. You go to the mirror. You stop. You look. I am ready. You say. But then you pause. You smile a little. You look at your hair, your face, your clothes. And then, softly, you say, I look good. That is also English. That is also power. You are not waiting for someone to tell you. You are telling yourself, I look good. Say it again. Feel it. Believe it. Because confidence is a sentence too. Now you ask yourself again, do I need anything else? You look at the weather. Is it sunny? Is it cold? You say, I take my sunglasses. I take an umbrella. I wear a scarf. All of this is not just preparation. It is fluency being born in your real life. You are training your brain not with rules, but with rhythm, with need, with use. You check the time. It is 8:15. I have time. Or maybe, I am late. Either way, you speak it. You own it. You move with your words. You walk around the room with small English sentences floating like music in the air. I am going out. I lock the door. I take my bag. I feel ready. These are not fancy sentences, but they are strong, honest, real, and most of all, they are yours. Maybe your shoes are near the door. You bend down. I put on my shoes. I tie my laces. I stand up. Each phrase connects your body to your mind, your day to your language. And suddenly, going out becomes more than just leaving home, it becomes entering a world of English. You check yourself one last time. I have everything. I am ready. And maybe, just before you open the door, you stop again. You whisper, "Today, I will speak English." Even if it's one sentence. Even if I make mistakes. Even if I feel shy. Because this journey is not about being perfect, it's about being present. Being brave. Being real. So now, with one hand on the door, with your mind focused, your bag packed, your shoes tied, say this. I prepared myself. I packed my things. I said my words. I practiced my English. I am ready to go out. And with that, you open the door. You step into the world. And the world, now, is your classroom. Chapter 8. Outside my door. The door opens. And just like that, the whole world is waiting for you. The light is brighter now. The air touches your skin. A soft breeze, a sound in the street, a bird in the tree, a voice far away. You are not inside anymore. You are outside. And this is where your real English begins to grow. Not from pages. Not from lessons. But from life. You take one step. I step outside. You say softly. Your shoe touches the ground. The street is quiet. The sky is blue. Or maybe the sky is gray. Maybe the sun is shining. Maybe it's hiding. Either way, you notice it. You speak it. The sun is warm. The wind is cold. Every part of the world becomes a sentence. And every sentence becomes a seed in your mind. You look around. There is a tree. It is tall. It is green. You look up. The sky is big. I see clouds. The clouds are white. These are not lines from a book. These are your lines. Spoken by your eyes. Felt by your heart. This is how children learn. This is how fluency begins, by naming what you see again and again until it feels natural. Easy. Yours. You start walking. You say, I walk on the street. I walk slowly. I feel the wind. You hear the sound of footsteps. Cars. Dogs. People. The world is speaking too. And you listen. I hear a car. I hear a bird. I hear someone talking. And even if you don't understand everything, they become music in your ears. English is not just words, it's rhythm, it's feeling, it's sound. And outside, you are surrounded by it. Maybe you pass a shop. You look at the window. There are clothes. I see shoes. I see a red dress. These are not big words, but they are beautiful. You describe what you see. The window is clean. The dress is pretty. The shoes are brown. This is how fluency becomes part of your thoughts. Not by force, not by study, but by observation. You see people. You don't know them. They don't know you. But you speak about them. A man is walking. A woman is holding a bag. A child is laughing. You are not trying to impress. You are just training your brain. You are building the habit of thinking in English. The habit of seeing the world and not staying silent. Maybe you walk past a small garden. I see flowers. They are pink. They smell nice. You stop and touch a leaf. The leaf is soft. It is green. This is not just walking. This is learning with your senses, with your eyes, with your hands. You are touching nature and speaking life. Now you hear a sound. A bus, a bell, someone talking on the phone. You listen. You repeat softly. I hear a bus. I hear a phone. Someone is speaking. You don't need to understand all the words. You are not here to catch everything. You are here to feel safe with English even when it's outside you. Even when it's fast. Even when it's not perfect. You walk slowly. One step, one sentence. I walk to the corner. I stop at the light. I see cars passing. Maybe you wait for the green signal. Maybe you cross the road. You say, I crossed the road. I look left. I look right. These are simple words. But they are powerful. Because they are real. Because they are yours. And then, maybe you stop. For just one moment. You stand and look at everything around you. The buildings. The people. The sky. The sound. The life. You breathe in. I am outside. I am in the world. And I am speaking English. You say it with pride. Not because you are perfect, but because you are present. You are growing. You are trying. And that is everything. So before the next step, say these words with me. I see the sky. I hear the world. I walk with my voice. I speak what I see. I am learning outside my door. Chapter 9. My way to work or school. The road stretches ahead of you. The journey has begun, not just the one with your feet, but the one with your voice, your mind, your English. This walk, this ride, this bus journey, this morning path. It is not just transportation. It is transformation. You are not just going to a place, you are becoming someone new. With every step, with every turn, your English is walking beside you. You say softly, I am going to work. Or maybe, I am going to school. Say it again, slower. I am going. And it feels like something real now. Something yours. Not a sentence from a lesson, but a truth from your life. This is not practice anymore. This is your day. And your day speaks English now. You walk to the bus stop. You look around. There are people. Some are standing. Some are sitting. Some look tired. These are small details, but they are big steps. Because you are thinking in English. Without a textbook. Without a teacher. Just by being present. Just by naming what you see. And that is how fluency grows like a plant in the morning sun. You check the time. It is 8:30. I am on time. Or maybe, I am late. Either way, you speak it. You don't hide. You don't feel shame. You just say it honestly. I am late. I am trying. I am learning. These are not just sentences, they are self-kindness. And English becomes part of that kindness. The bus arrives. Or maybe a rickshaw. A car. A bike. A walk. You say, my bus is here. You get on. I get on the bus. You find a seat. I sit down. You look around. The bus is full. People are quiet. Or people are talking. You notice. You describe. You whisper the world in English. That's how you train your brain. That's how you train your future. The bus moves. You look out the window. The buildings pass by like sentences. The trees wave like grammar you can feel. You say, I see shops. I see houses. I see people walking. And then silence. A long pause. You say nothing. But in your head, English is still moving. Because silence is not empty. It is space where new thoughts grow. You hear a baby cry. You say, I hear a baby. You hear someone laugh. I hear laughing. You hear the driver speak. He is talking. I don't understand. But that's okay. You don't need to understand every word. You only need to be near English. Around English. With English. That's how children learn. First they hear, then they try. You are not late. You are on time. You check your phone. You see a message. You think, should I reply? You whisper, I will text later. Or, I don't want to text now. Even your thoughts become your language practice. Even small decisions become chances to speak. You look around. You feel the bus moving. You feel your thoughts turning into English. This is not grammar class. This is living class. Real class. The bus slows down. You look outside. I see my stop. I will get off now. You press the button. I press the button. The bus stops. I get off. Your feet touch the ground again. The air feels different. Maybe the street is crowded. Maybe it's quiet. Either way, you speak again. I am near my school. I am near my office. You feel nervous? That's okay. You say it too. I feel nervous. Or I feel excited. Or I feel ready. All of it is English. All of it is true. You walk again. More streets. More people. More thoughts. You say, I am almost there. I will do my best today. I am learning every step. And the steps are real. The words are real. You are not waiting for permission. You are not waiting for perfect. You are walking with English, and it is walking with you. So before you arrive, before you enter the next building, just pause for a second. Say this quietly in your heart. I took the bus. I looked at the world. I thought in English. I walked with confidence. My English is my travel partner. Chapter 10, Meeting People. The building stands tall in front of you. Maybe it's your school. Maybe it's your office. Maybe it's a shop, a clinic, a classroom, a place with a door and people behind it. You take one deep breath. You say to yourself, I am here. But more than that, you say, I will speak. Even if it's one word. Even if it's just a hello. Because meeting people is not only about others. It's about meeting your own voice. And today, your voice is ready. You open the door. You step inside. The air changes. The sound changes. Maybe it's the buzz of morning. Maybe it's footsteps. Maybe silence. But it's new. It's different from your room, from your walk, from your kitchen. And now, you are not alone. You are in the world of people. A little nervous? Maybe. But also ready. Because the English inside you is not sleeping anymore. You see someone at the desk. You smile. Good morning, you say. Just 2 words. But they carry warmth. They carry courage. Good morning. You say it again in your head. Slowly. You wait for a reply. They smile too. Good morning, they say back. And that moment, tiny, ordinary, is a mountain for your confidence. You spoke. They heard. You connected. That is English in its most human form. You keep walking. Someone passes by. Hello, you say? Or maybe just a soft nod. And you think, should I say more? Then you try. How are you? The words feel light, like a feather in the air. How are you? You didn't need to say it. But you did. That's what makes it special. You made a bridge. From your heart to theirs. From your language to theirs. And when they say, I'm fine, thanks, you feel something strong inside you. You are not just learning English. You are living it. You sit in your place. At a desk. Or in a classroom. Or near a table. Someone looks at you. You smile. They smile. You say, nice to see you. It may be your first time saying it. Or your 100th. But this time it feels easy. Real. Yours. You are not just copying phrases. You are choosing them, feeling them, and that means you are growing. A friend or coworker walks by. They stop. They ask, "Did you have breakfast?" And your brain lights up. Because yes, you just lived that chapter. So you answer softly, "Yes, I did." Maybe you add, "I had eggs and tea." And suddenly, a new feeling rises. You realize English is not only for studying, it is for sharing, for telling stories, for being part of life. You look around, you listen, you hear people talking, maybe fast, maybe slow. You don't catch every word. That's okay. You say to yourself, "I am listening. I am learning." You don't need to understand everything to belong. Your ears are growing stronger. Your heart is getting braver. And your mouth is ready for more. Someone asks you, "What time is it?" And you reply, "It's 9:20. So simple, but so perfect. Because your answer was real. It was part of the day, not part of a test. Someone says, "You look nice today." And you say, "Thank you." Not because it's polite, but because you feel it. And then you smile and say, "You too." Because that's what confidence sounds like. Now you stand up. Maybe it's time for a task, a meeting, a class. You say, "Let's go. I'm ready." These are sentences you once heard in shows, in books. But now, they come from you. Naturally. Like a second breath. Like your own language. Like your future arriving early. And yes, there are moments you feel shy. That's normal. You forget a word. You pause. You say something wrong. But even that is part of meeting people. You say sorry. You say, "Can you say that again?" You laugh a little. They laugh too. The world does not end. The conversation continues. And you learn more from one mistake than from 100 pages. So before this chapter ends, take one deep breath. Close your eyes. And repeat after me. I said hello. I asked a question. I answered with courage. I listened with care. I met people, and I met myself in English. Chapter 11. Small talk, big confidence. You're standing in the hallway. Or maybe you're sitting in the cafeteria. Or waiting for something to start, a class, a meeting, a bus. Someone is near you. Not a stranger. Not yet a friend. But someone real. Breathing the same air. Holding a phone. Smiling softly. And something inside you whispers, "Say something." Not a big speech. Not perfect grammar. Just something small. Something real. That's how it begins, this beautiful thing called small talk. You take a breath. You look at them. "Is it cold today?" You say, slowly, with a little smile. They look up. They smile too. "Yes, very cold," they reply. And just like that, you did it. You opened the door. You broke the wall. You used English like a warm cup of tea. Not too hot. Not too strong. Just right for two people to feel human together. Small talk is not small. It is a secret path to confidence. A tiny window into connection. When you say, "How's your day going?" Or, "Did you watch the game last night?" You are not only practicing English. You are practicing courage. You are building bridges where silence used to live. You are learning how to feel safe in simple words. You sit down beside someone. You say, "Nice weather today." They nod. "Yes, finally." You laugh. "I like sunshine." They agree. You have spoken only 6 or 7 words. But your heart feels bigger. Your shoulders relax. Your English becomes lighter. You realize fluency is not a long speech. It's a short sentence said with truth, said with presence. You hear someone say, "I'm so tired today." And instead of just smiling or nodding, you say, "Me too." 2 small words, but powerful. Because they mean, I understand you. They mean, I am here with you. That's what small talk is. It's not about deep topics or big answers. It's about being real in small moments. You ask, do you like coffee? And someone answers, yes, I love it. Then you say, me too. I drink it every morning. Suddenly, you're not just learning English. You're using English to connect, to relate, to find common ground. And that's when your confidence starts to grow, not because you said something smart, but because you said something sincere. You're in the elevator. It's quiet. Two people stand near you. You look at them and say, busy day? One of them nods. Yes, very busy. You smile. Me too. The doors open. They walk out. But you feel something warm inside. You didn't stay silent. You used your voice. And each time you do that, your voice becomes stronger, steadier, more natural. Small talk teaches you rhythm. It teaches you trust. It teaches you that even 5 words can make a person feel seen. And when you see someone else, you also see yourself. You start to believe, I can do this. I don't need big words. I just need to show up. And when small talk doesn't go well, when someone doesn't reply, or you forget a word, or the moment feels strange, it's okay. Because that's part of the journey too. You say, oops, and you try again. You smile. You breathe. And you keep going. Because every small sentence you speak becomes a stone on the path to fluency. You are in a group now. People are talking, laughing. You say, that's funny. They laugh more. Someone says, you're right. And you feel it. You are inside the circle. You are not outside anymore. Your English, your small talk, your brave little words, they brought you here. So before this chapter ends, let's remember the magic of the little things. How are you? Nice to meet you. I like your bag. It's hot today. You look happy. Have a good day. Say them. Own them. Love them. Because small talk is not small. It is the beginning of big confidence. Chapter 12. Working in Simple English. The chair feels familiar now. The desk is clean. Your fingers touch the keyboard, or maybe they hold a pen. The room has that morning energy, soft footsteps, papers moving, voices in the distance. You look around. This is your space to work. But today, something is different. Because today, you are not just here to finish tasks. You are here to live in English. You are here to do your job, your study, your routine with words that grow you, not just words that finish something. And the best part? You don't need fancy English to do it. You sit down and say, I start work. That's it. A simple sentence. I start work. But those 3 words carry power. They mean I am here. They mean I am focused. And more than that, they mean I am learning. You open your notebook or your laptop and whisper, I check my email. You see words on the screen. Some are new. Some are easy. But you don't run. You read slowly. This is a message. I understand. Or even, I don't understand, but I will try. That is the heart of true learning, trying even when you feel unsure. You begin your first task. You say, I write an email. You think slowly. Hello, I hope you are well. You keep going. Please find the file attached. Or let me know if you have any questions. These are office sentences, yes. But they are more than that. They are real English. Not from a textbook. From your day. From your life. And every time you use them, your confidence grows. Maybe you work in a shop, or a school, or a call center. Maybe you work with your hands. It doesn't matter. The English is still there. You say, I talk to customers. I answer questions. I write a note. I make a call. These are not grammar points. These are your actions. And when you put words on your actions, they become unforgettable. Because your body remembers what your brain cannot. You take a break. You sit back. You say, I need some water. You walk to the cooler or the kitchen. I pour water. I drink slowly. I take a short break. Even these small sentences matter. They train your mouth. They build your voice. They make your English feel like your own. Not something you study, something you live. You return to your desk. You say, I continue my work. I focus. I do my best. You open a file. You say, this is my report. Or, I read this carefully. You speak softly to yourself, but it still counts. Because English does not need to be loud. It only needs to be present. Inside your thoughts. Inside your fingers. Inside your day. A coworker asks you something. You listen. You say, yes, I can help. Or one moment, please. Or, I will check and let you know. Each time you speak like this, you grow. You don't need to say everything perfectly. You only need to be brave enough to say something. Even one word. Even just a smile with okay. That is still communication. That is still success. Maybe someone asks, did you finish the task? You reply, almost. Or, I'm working on it. Or, not yet, but soon. These phrases may seem small, but they are powerful. Because they keep the conversation going. Because they show you are present. And that is what fluency really means, not perfect grammar, but real connection. You write again. You speak again. You listen again. And by the end of the day, you don't feel like you studied English, but you lived it. You didn't open a textbook. You opened yourself. To speak. To listen. To work in simple English. And it was enough. Before this chapter ends, take one last breath and speak these words from your heart. I worked in English. I answered questions. I asked for help. I stayed strong. I am learning, even while working. Because working in English does not mean stress. It means presence. It means progress. And it means you are already doing more than you think. Chapter 13. Break time sentences. The clock ticks. The room softens. You push your chair back. Your eyes are tired. Your hands pause. And finally, it's time to stop, to rest, to breathe. It's break time. But this is not a break from English. No, this is a new moment to learn in a quiet, gentle way. Because some of the best English comes when you are not trying too hard. When you are not studying at all. Just being. Just feeling. Just speaking in soft sentences, like whispers to yourself. You stand up and stretch. You say, I take a break. A small sentence. A kind one. A reminder that you're human. That your body needs space. That your brain needs rest. I take a break. It is both a decision and a beautiful line of English. You walk slowly. No rush. No noise. I walk to the window. I look outside. Maybe you see trees. Maybe buildings. Maybe people walking, just like you. The sun is bright. The sky is cloudy. People are talking. These observations become your practice. Not memorized. Not forced. Real. You sit in the break area. You say, I sit down. You take your phone. I check my messages. Or maybe, I watch a short video. You don't need to do much. Just notice your actions. Put words on them. Say them softly. I drink water. I feel tired. I need this break. These are not textbook sentences. These are living sentences. Honest ones. Gentle ones. The kind that stay with you longer than long vocabulary lists ever could. Maybe a friend sits near you. You smile. How's your day, you ask. They answer. You listen. You nod. You say, same here. Or, that's nice. And the conversation is simple, soft, safe. You are not trying to sound perfect. You are just being yourself. And that is when your English sounds the best. You sip your tea. You say, this tea is warm. It tastes good. It makes me feel better. You don't need a grammar book to say that. You only need to feel it. And the words will come. Not fast, but naturally. From the moment. From your emotions. From your body. That is real fluency. Someone laughs. You laugh too. You say, that's funny. A friend shares something. You say, really? Or, I didn't know that. These tiny replies, these one-line conversations, are how real English lives in you. Not in big speeches. In small, warm responses. You check the time again. 10 more minutes. You lean back. You breathe deeply. This chair is comfortable. I feel better now. I'm almost ready to go back. You're not just speaking about your body, you're preparing your mind, your heart, your voice. And this kind of preparation doesn't need a classroom, just a calm break with kind sentences. You take a bite of something, a snack, a sandwich, a cookie. You say, this is tasty. Or, I like this snack. Even this moment so small, so ordinary is an opportunity. You are building emotional vocabulary. You're connecting feelings to food, senses to sentences. And those kinds of connections, they never leave you. Break time ends. Slowly, gently. You stand up. You say, back to work. Or maybe, let's do this. You are not tired now. You are not nervous. Because during this small break, you didn't escape English, you invited it in. And it stayed with you. So before the break truly ends, say these words like a soft goodbye. I took a break. I spoke in English. I felt calm. I was present. My English was with me, even in rest. Because even quiet moments can be powerful. Even breaks can be beautiful lessons. And your English doesn't sleep, it grows quietly when your mind is most gentle. Chapter 14, Afternoon English Moments. The break is over. The silence begins to fade. The world turns again slowly, but surely. You walk back to your seat, or your classroom, or your station. The light outside is different now. It is afternoon light. A little softer. A little heavier. You feel it in your body, in your breath, in your thoughts. But you don't complain. You whisper, it's afternoon now. Just that, and already, your English is alive again. You sit down. I sit at my desk. I open my notebook. I start again. These words are like a gentle push. Not fast, not hard, but steady. You say them without pressure, without fear, because you're not trying to be perfect. You're just trying to be present. And that is enough. The afternoon feels different from the morning. It moves slower. People talk less. Some are tired. Some are focused. You feel the energy in the room, and you name it. It is quiet. People are working. The room is still. These are the kinds of words that shape your fluency, not the words you study, but the ones you feel. You look at the clock. It's 2 p.m. Time is passing. The day is moving. Maybe you feel a little sleepy. Maybe your eyes want to close. But you smile to yourself and say, I can do this. That one sentence changes everything. It gives you power. It gives you focus. And it teaches your brain that English is not just something you use when you're fresh. It's something you carry through all your moments. Even the tired ones. You begin again. You say, I write an email. I answer a question. I read a paper. These actions feel small, but they are the rhythm of your day. And if you speak them softly, gently they become your rhythm of language too. You are not studying English now. You are using it. Quietly. Naturally. Like a background melody in your routine. You hear a sound. A door closes. A phone rings. A paper falls. You name each thing. I hear a phone. Someone is calling. I hear footsteps. These sentences don't need to be long to be beautiful. They only need to be real. And when you say them, your mind connects the language to the world around you. You are not lost in your thoughts anymore. You are present, awake, aware, in English. Maybe a coworker or classmate says something. You look at them. You smile. You say, "Yes, I understand." Or "Let me check." Or "One moment, please." You are communicating. You are responding. You are doing what fluent people do not because your grammar is perfect, but because your courage is showing. And when your energy starts to drop again, you name that too. I feel tired. I need water. I want to stretch. These sentences matter. They are part of your afternoon honesty. And when you speak them, you allow yourself to feel human. You are not a robot learning English. You are a person living with English. You stand. You walk a little. You whisper. I take a short break. I walk around the room. I breathe. You don't need to talk to anyone. Just talk to yourself. That is where fluency grows first, in the quiet voice inside you that says, "I am doing okay." And when that voice speaks in English, your world begins to change. You sit again. You finish a task. You look at the time. It is 3:30. Almost done. You feel a little proud. Not because the work is perfect, but because you didn't give up. Because you kept going. Because you stayed with the process. And you did it all in English. So before the afternoon ends, before you move into the final part of your day, say this with love and strength. I stayed focused. I spoke when I needed to. I listened when it mattered. I use simple English in real life. I am learning. Still learning. Always learning. Because every hour of your day can be your teacher. An afternoon moment's quiet, tired, honest can teach the deepest lessons of all. Chapter 15, Returning Home. The day begins to slow. The sun softens in the sky. The air becomes heavy with stories of meetings, mistakes, lessons, small talks, smiles, silences. You step out of the building, and everything feels different now. Not because the world changed, but because you did. You spent your whole day surrounded by English. Speaking it, hearing it, feeling it. And now, it follows you home not like a burden, but like a friend who wants to walk with you. You take your first steps toward home. You whisper, "I am going home." And that sentence, it feels like a reward, like a hug, like safety. It's not just a sentence. It's a return to your space, your calm, your place of rest. You walk slowly, letting the words come to you, not chasing them. The street is quiet. People are walking. The sky is orange. You are not memorizing these lines. You are living them. That's why they stick. Maybe you're tired. You feel it in your shoulders, in your legs, in your eyes. But even tired English is still English. You say, "I feel tired. I want to sit down. My feet hurt a little." These are not mistakes. These are honest sentences. And honest English is the strongest kind of all. You pass by familiar places. The tea shop on the corner. The fruit stall with the loud seller. The tree that always leans just a little to the left. I see the shop. It is still open. The man is talking. I hear music. Every place becomes part of your English world. You are not just going home. You are naming your path. You are turning your route into your classroom. Maybe you meet someone on the way, a neighbor, a friend, a child from the area. You smile. You say hello. They say you're back. You nod. Yes, a long day. And they laugh. And you laugh. And just like that, English is not something you study, it's something you share. You feel it in your mouth. You hear it in their reply. You are part of the conversation now. You belong. You reach your gate. Or your door. You touch the key. You whisper, almost home. You turn the lock. The click is soft, but it means so much. I open the door. I walk inside. I close the door behind me. These are not dramatic sentences, but they hold comfort. They are full of meaning. Because home is not just a place, it's the space where you can speak without fear. You put down your bag. I put my bag on the table. You take off your shoes. I take off my shoes. Your feet feel free. Your body breathes. You are no longer in a hurry. No longer performing. No longer under lights or looks. And this is the best time to speak. Because when you are calm, your mind opens like a window, and English enters like a soft breeze. You walk into your room. This is my room. It looks the same, or it feels quiet. You sit on the bed. I sit down. You look around. I am home. Say it again. I am home. Let the words sit in your chest. Let them wrap around your tired heart. Today was long, but today you used English in real life. That is something to be proud of. Maybe you lie down for a few minutes. You say, I rest for a while. I close my eyes. I think about the day. And in that stillness, you whisper the memories in English. I said hello. I answered a question. I understood a joke. I made a mistake, but I tried. You do not need a textbook for review. Your day is your review. Your day was your lesson. So before you move on, before the evening begins, repeat these sentences slowly, with love, with gratitude. I came home. I walked with English. I spoke without fear. I am tired but proud. And tomorrow, I will do it again. Because returning home is not the end of learning. It's the part where reflection begins. And reflection is where confidence is born. Chapter 16, Evening Relaxation Words. You're home now. The door is closed. The outside world is quiet. The shoes are off. The bag is resting. And your body says, enough for today. This is the moment when everything slows down, not just the clock, but your breath, your thoughts, your heart. This is not just evening. This is a gentle welcome into peace, into comfort, and into another chance to practice English not with rules or stress, but with softness, with ease, with relaxation. You walk into your living room, or maybe just a small space with a light, a chair, and silence. You say softly, I sit down. That one sentence carries rest. It carries calm. I sit down. You feel the chair, the cushion, the moment. You whisper, this is nice. And it is. Because you've made it through the day. And now, your English doesn't have to perform. It just has to breathe with you. Maybe you pick up your phone, or a book, or nothing at all. I check my phone. I read a few pages. I do nothing for a while. These are not lazy sentences. These are gentle ones. These are words of a real life, not a test. You are living, and your language is sitting beside you. Not pushing, not judging, just resting with you like a good friend. The light in the room is soft now. Maybe you turn on a lamp. I turn on the light. You say, it is warm. I like this light. And just like that, even a lamp becomes your vocabulary. Even silence becomes a moment for speaking. You do not need big conversations now. You only need presence. And presence can be whispered in one line. I feel calm. You hear a soft sound, maybe the fan, or the ticking of the clock, maybe music from another room. You say, it is quiet here. I hear the fan. The sound is soft. And these sentences spoken with no rush become your meditation, your practice. They teach your brain that English is not something far away. It's something that can live in quiet rooms and tired evenings. You stretch a little. You say, I stretch my arms. I move my neck. My body feels better. Even these simple movements can be spoken out loud. And the more you speak them, the more natural they become. You're not studying. You're not practicing. You're just living. And your English is growing quietly, deeply, beautifully. Maybe you watch something. A video. A short movie. A scene from your favorite show. I watch TV. I laugh. I understand a little. I learn a new word. You don't need subtitles to feel successful. You don't need to understand everything to feel fluent. You only need to connect to try to enjoy. That joy is the best teacher of all. You look around your room. You whisper, this is my home. I feel safe here. I like this moment. You are no longer focused on grammar or vocabulary lists. You are speaking real English from a real place inside you. Not to impress anyone. Not to pass a test. Just to live. Just to connect with yourself. Now maybe you light a candle. Or pour a glass of water. Or hold a soft pillow. And again, you speak. I light a candle. I pour water. This pillow is soft. You are turning your evening into a language lesson without books, without pressure, without effort. That is the secret that many people miss. The best English comes not when you try too hard, but when you let it become part of your slow, peaceful life. You take another deep breath. You feel the day leaving your body. You say, I am relaxing. I am resting. I am slowing down. You are not just learning how to speak English. You are learning how to speak kindly in English. To yourself. To your life. And that kindness will carry you forward. So before you prepare for the night, speak this one final promise for the evening. I came home with peace. I sat down with calm. I spoke softly. I let English be part of my rest. I am not just a student, I am a speaker of my own beautiful story. Chapter 17. Talking to myself at night. The night is here now. Fully. Quietly. The sky outside is dark, and the lights in your room are soft. The world has slowed down. People are home. Streets are resting. The noise of the day is gone. And you are alone with your thoughts. But tonight, you are not truly alone. Because you have your words, your voice, your English. And in this moment, when no one is watching, no one is listening, you speak to the one person who matters most. Yourself. You lie back in your bed or sit by your window. The air feels gentle. You look at your hands, your feet, the ceiling, the stars, the shadows. And then, without fear, without rules, without anyone correcting you, you whisper your truth. Today, I tried. Just that. One small sentence. Today I tried. And the air feels warmer. You think about the day. I woke up early. I brushed my teeth. I went to work. I spoke to people. I used English. Maybe it wasn't perfect. Maybe you forgot words. Maybe you made mistakes. But you say this gently to yourself. I am proud of myself. Because you didn't stop. You didn't run. You didn't give up. That is worth more than perfect grammar. Talking to yourself is not strange. It is powerful. It is healing. It is how we learn to believe our own voice. You say, I feel tired. Or, I feel happy. Or, I don't know how I feel. You name your feelings. You give them words. In English. And when you do, your language becomes not just something you study, it becomes something that understands you. You sit in the stillness. You whisper, I did my best today. I learned something new. I spoke when I was scared. I listened when I didn't understand. These are not just lines. They are your reflections, your growth, your truth, spoken softly into the night. No one needs to hear them but you. And that is enough. You look at yourself in the mirror, or maybe just imagine your face. You did well, you say. You made it through the day. You are strong. You are improving. These are not just self-help lines. They are English sentences. And they are yours now. Not borrowed. Not copied. Yours. Maybe you ask yourself questions. Did I do okay today? What did I learn? What did I enjoy? And you answer, in English. I enjoyed my tea. I liked the small talk. I learned a new word. I felt good when I said hello. You are not only thinking in English, you are feeling in English. That is how you move from learner to speaker. And when there's something you didn't do well, you speak that too. I forgot what to say. I was nervous. I made a mistake. But then, softly, you add, and that's okay. Tomorrow, I will try again. I am still learning. These are the kinds of sentences that heal your fear, that build your belief, that stay with you forever. You close your eyes for a moment. You breathe in deeply, and you say, thank you today. Thank you, English. Thank you, me. These 3 little thank yous hold more power than 1,000 vocabulary words. Because they come from the heart. Because they are real. Because they are you, using your language to make peace with your day. And then, one last time, you speak into the night. I trust myself. I believe in my journey. I speak to myself with love. My voice matters. My English is growing word by word, night by night. Chapter 18, Getting Ready for Sleep. The night is deeper now. The room is quiet. Everything around you is slowing down: your phone, your thoughts, your breath. You've lived a full day. You've spoken, listened, worked, walked. You've used English not just as a subject, but as your voice. And now, it's time to let your body rest. But even in this soft ending, your English continues calmer, slower, warmer. Getting ready for sleep is not just a habit. It is a final gift to your day. A gentle goodbye wrapped in peaceful sentences. You stand slowly. Maybe you stretch a little. Maybe you smile. You whisper, it's time to sleep. A short sentence. But it feels safe. Kind. True. You walk to the bathroom. The lights are soft now. The mirror doesn't feel like a test anymore. It feels like a quiet friend. You look at your reflection. You say, I am getting ready for bed. And the mirror listens without judgment. You pick up your toothbrush. I brush my teeth, you say. The water runs. The foam grows. Your mouth feels clean. I wash my face, you say next. You feel the cool touch. The day slowly washes away not just from your skin, but from your mind. And with each movement, you name it. I rinse. I dry my face. I close the tap. These aren't just things you do, they are things you live in English. You turn off the bathroom light. The hallway feels quieter than before. You walk slowly. You say, I walk to my room. You hear your steps. You feel your feet. You whisper, everything is quiet now. You are not rushing to bed. You are gliding there. With presence. With calm. With soft English sentences following your every step like a lullaby. You look around your room. Your bed waits for you. It doesn't ask questions. It doesn't expect answers. It just welcomes. And you say, I get ready for sleep. Maybe you change your clothes. I put on my pajamas. They are soft. They feel warm. Every small sentence becomes a soft blanket for your brain. A gentle reminder that you are home. You are safe. You are learning. You pull back the blanket. I open my bed. You say. I lie down. The mattress hugs you. The pillow feels like a cloud. Your body says, thank you. And your mouth whispers, I am lying in bed. It feels good. I am tired. These aren't just phrases. They are emotions. They are reflections. They are real moments in simple words. You look at the ceiling, or maybe the dark around you. You say the light is off. The room is dark. The night is here. Your mind starts to drift. But before sleep pulls you under, you say a few last things. You talk to yourself like a kind parent. You say, I did enough today. I am proud of myself. I will rest now. And if a little thought tries to come, something you forgot, something you regret, you meet it gently with English. You say, it's okay. I will try again tomorrow. Now I sleep. You turn over. You close your eyes. The blanket becomes your comfort. The silence becomes your teacher. And your final lesson of the day is this. English is not just something you study, it is something you sleep with. Something you carry even into your dreams. So as your breath slows, as your eyes close, as your heart settles, whisper these last words of your day. I brushed my teeth. I wore my pajamas. I lay down in peace. I spoke to myself. And now, I am ready to sleep. Because getting ready for sleep is not the end of your English day. It is the beginning of your English dreams. Chapter 19. English dreams begin. You are lying down now. The room is dark. The world outside has melted into quiet. No noise. No pressure. Only stillness. Only breath. And in this moment, you begin to drift not away from English, but deeper into it. Because now, English is not just in your mouth. It is in your mind, in your sleep, in your dreams. You whisper to yourself, I am calm. I am safe. I am learning. These are not words to memorize. These are words to feel, like a soft blanket on your thoughts, like a gentle rhythm in your chest. This is not just sleep. This is a new kind of learning, a soft, emotional, beautiful kind. You are not in a classroom. You are in your bed. But the lessons continue, quietly, naturally. Your brain is still awake, even if your eyes are closed. It remembers the sentences you spoke today. I wake up. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. I go to work. I speak English. Your brain repeats them, like music under the surface. It does not need you to try. It only needs you to trust. That is the magic of sleep learning. You don't force it. You let it happen. You see images now, maybe a street, maybe a face, maybe a word floating in a sky of light. You say softly, I see dreams. They speak English. I listen in my sleep. This is not imagination. This is how your mind practices. Not with pressure, but with peace. You hear a voice in the dream. It says, hello. And you answer, hi. Nice to meet you. And even though your mouth is still, your brain is speaking with joy. The dream continues. You are in a shop. How much is this? You ask. The answer is clear. You don't panic. You don't forget. You just smile. Because in this dream, you are confident. You are fluent. You are free. No mistakes, no fear, only flow. Only feeling. Only your voice, alive and light. Then, maybe, the dream changes. You are with friends. You laugh. You tell a story. I was tired today, you say? But I tried. They smile. They listen. You are not translating in your head. You are just speaking, like it's always been inside you. Because it has. You are not building fluency. You are unlocking it. You are letting it rise in the quiet safety of your dream world. And even if you don't remember the exact words when you wake up, it doesn't matter. Your brain does. It remembers the patterns, the emotions, the courage, the joy. It remembers how you used English with ease, with trust, with truth. That is how language grows, not through stress, but through soft repetition, through relaxed confidence. You turn in your sleep. You mumble a line, maybe something small. I like tea. Or, I am happy. It doesn't have to be long. It only has to be honest. And in that moment, your dream and your real life begin to meet. Because tomorrow, when you wake up, that sentence may return. You may say it again, this time with your mouth. And it will feel easier, lighter, familiar. You are floating now, between sleep and wake, between silence and sound. And still, your mind is whispering, I can do this. I am learning. English is with me. It is not just a language anymore. It is a part of your night, a part of your breath, a part of you. So before your dream takes you far, far away, say one more time, I see English in my dreams. I hear soft voices. I understand more each day. My dreams are helping me grow. And when I wake up, I will be stronger. Because English doesn't stop when your eyes close. That's when it begins to bloom in silence, in softness, in sleep. Chapter 20. The Voice in Your Sleep. The night has become deeper than ever. The stars are still. The air is slow. Your body is resting. Your heartbeat is calm. And somewhere between the edge of sleep and the edge of waking, a voice begins to speak. Not outside of you, inside you. It's not loud, not fast, not perfect, but it's yours, your own voice. In English. Soft, gentle, beautiful. You may not hear it clearly at first, but it's there, whispering between your dreams. It says, you did well today. A short sentence. Kind. Real. You feel it. Not just in your ears. In your chest. In your breath. This voice is not a teacher. Not a stranger. Not a native speaker. It is you. Your own voice. Speaking with love. And this is the true beginning of fluency. The voice continues. You are learning. You are improving. You are not behind. You are not alone. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need to repeat these sentences. They are already living inside you, growing without your control. Because while your body sleeps, your brain is still listening, still remembering, still holding every word from the day, every small sentence you spoke, every quiet sentence you heard, every time you tried. It's all there. It's all working silently. This is the voice that never laughs at your mistakes. It never says, you're too old, or you're too slow. No, this voice waits patiently. It cheers for you in the dark. It holds your hand in silence. It says, try again tomorrow. Speak again in the morning. Don't give up. You don't even need to wake up to hear it. It speaks when your mind is soft, when your heart is open, when your guard is down. Maybe your dream shifts. Maybe you hear someone ask, where are you from? And your sleepy brain answers, I am from Pakistan, or India, or Brazil, or anywhere. And your voice is strong, clear, not because you're awake, but because your brain knows. It remembers. It practices for you, even in silence. You may not know it yet, But this is where true learning happens. Not in classrooms, not in tests, but here, in your sleep, when your emotions are open, when your memories are fresh, when your fear is gone. That's when English becomes yours, not something outside you, but something inside you. This voice in your sleep, it has no accent. It has no fear. It doesn't compare. It doesn't hesitate. It just speaks. Calmly. Honestly. Softly. Like a song with no music. Just rhythm. Just feeling. Just truth. And when you wake up tomorrow, this voice will still be with you. Not loud, but steady. Waiting. You turn in bed. Your breathing slows even more. You say, maybe without even knowing, good night. Or see you tomorrow. Or, I love learning. And those words float like feathers into your dream. They land softly on the floor of your mind. They stay. Because you made them. You whispered them. You own them. And now, you no longer feel like a student. You feel like a speaker. A real one. Because real English isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. Even in sleep. Even in dreams. Even in the quietest corner of the night. So as your body becomes still and your mind floats away, say this softly inside or out. I am not alone. My English is growing. My voice is kind. I learn even in my sleep. Tomorrow, I will speak again. Because now, English is not just a subject you study. It's the voice in your dreams, the whisper in your sleep, and the quiet power you carry into every morning. If you listen this far, you didn't just watch. You lived a whole day in English softly, slowly, beautifully. You spoke, felt, and learned, even while getting ready for sleep. If this video helped you relax and learn, comment below what sentence touched your heart tonight. And if you want more peaceful English learning, like this video, subscribe to Bookish English 2.0 and let English be part of your dreams every night. Close your eyes now. Sleep well. Tomorrow, we speak again.